Just run it. Just fucking run it. Let's go. Press the button.
Let's go. All right. Oh, okay. Here we go. We reeled him in here, everybody. Poker guy.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Oh, wow. That was fucking well. We almost blew my goddamn.
Well, anyway,
headset
so I
off
just want to
with your
give you
enthusiasm, dude.
assholes an
Almost blew it
update.
off.
So I was battling Comcast. Comcast had not Comcast specifically, but one of their cousins. They had me in a vice grip. They had my nuts in a vice grip. I was able to go to customer whatever, and I was able to talk them down to very, very little money, but they wouldn't budge on the installation fee because I knew the guy was going to come into my house and take an Ethernet cord and plug it into the fucking wall. And I spoke to about 2 or 3 people, and I was like, dude, I'm not paying them $50 or whatever it is. Lo and behold,
it's only $50.
Jeff comes in. Yeah, it's only $50, but God damn it, I wanted to win.
Yeah, Jeff's got to drive his van out there, though, right? To turn that shit on. He's got to drive his van out there. He's taking his time. That's a reasonable fee. All right. I hate to take the side of Comcast, but continue.
No, I'm just saying. And so lo and behold, dude walks in, plugs it in, and he's like, "That's it." I'm like, of course that's it. And he was a nice guy, all right. And so Comcast or whatever, he's a nice guy, so I don't want to get this guy fired or nothing. So I was really pissed about it, but I just, you know what, they won this battle. It was a battle I wasn't going to win, and I lost the battle.
They're all nice guys. I mean, Comcast
they're on it, man.
Is an evil person that sends out children to collect, information. Mm-hmm. And he's like a Lord Varys, right? And his little
spiders, dude. He's like the spider.
Yeah,
the spiders.
So they're so evil. They've got to put their nicest people on the front lines.
It's true, dude. It's true. So you can't be mean to them. And this kid's like young. He's like a kind of chubby, hasn't had a girlfriend in a long time. And I'm like, God damn it, this guy's.
I bet his internet works, right? He's definitely going home tonight on the internet. He's going to order himself a fuck suit. Definitely getting a fuck suit.
He's going to definitely order some pizza and just chill. But yeah, so anyways, I didn't have internet for about a month and a half. And it's harder
to live.
Well, it wouldn't be hard to live, but Sprint was throttling my internet. I went to Sprint and I'm like, you guys are throttling my shit. They denied it, but they were, because there were times like I think I was at one point like 30 gigs of data in like a week. Like I was just like crushing data, but I have unlimited. And then at one point they throttle it so you can't access anything. And so Sprint was fucking me. And then it is what it is. So you guys won. Congratulations. The White Walkers win. It's over. Yeah. I'm back on the fucking pod, so good to be back.
Good to be back. Good to have you back.
Thanks.
Now, let's hope there are no more huge technological advances that cannot be overcome with more than $50 and a little bit of pride set aside.
My ego couldn't take another hit like that, but
All right, let's talk about bruised egos here. That's a good transition. All right, good. That's good. That's good right there. Good to have you back. That's good. It's raw. It's raw and unfiltered.
Raw, unfiltered.
We're back.
Burps will not be cut out.
Farts no, we're not going to edit that out. You're going to enjoy that. I'm going to enjoy that.
What about if I play guitar while we chat? Can I do that?
No, fucking no. You can play guitar at the end. Absolutely. You can show off your new general. I'll maybe bust out the pipes. We'll make a tradition of it.
Okay, cool. You grab your axe. I grab my blade. And fucking shred it up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
So my wife, I can't remember exactly how this happened, but I think she got bamboozled by one of those magazine people that, from Office Space, my name's Bill. I've got cancer. Whatever that guy does. Mm-hmm. He asked him about the money laundering and all that. Mm-hmm. I think she got taken by one of those people. I think is why this keeps happening. But Us Weekly keeps showing up in my house. Right? And my wife is going through it. This is the August 19th issue of Us Weekly. It's a little section called Hot Hollywood. Hot Hollywood. Now, I'm going to read this to you, and you tell me if anything sounds funny here. Let me get to the end, and then we'll go back through this, and I want to hear what you think, because when I heard about this, it's a little bit odd. So Julianne Hough, it's spelled Hough, H-O-U-G-H. I think it's spelled Huff, is bearing it all, literally and figuratively. For a September cover of Women's Health, the America's Got Talent star stripped down and opened up about her sexuality. So this woman, this is a side note by me, she's a dancer, and she was...
like a stripper?
No, not like Cardi B, but like was on like Dancing with the Stars, right? But was one of the people that the stars danced with. Okay, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I'm doing the math in my head. Okay, so she's nobody of importance, but she
So
can
like
dance. Got it.
When Jerry Rice goes, he needs to dance with like a professional dancer, right?
Hmm.
So he picks some hot chick to dance with. They dance, and then he gets wins or he gets kicked off, and no one knows who these people are except
Okay,
for her, right? So people started latching onto her,
so
and she
she's
made a name for
famous.
herself.
She's like kind of like she's famous. She's like the Joe Rogan of Fear Factor.
Kind of.
Okay.
But she was a dancer originally. And then she got into hosting things, and now she's basically just a personality. She's a personality.
Some would
She's an
say
influencer.
some would say she's an influencer, but
She's an
we'll
influencer.
save that for another day.
Yeah. Okay. So Brooks Lake. Can't these people have easier names? So Brooks Lake in July 2000. Okay, just 4 months after marrying Brooks Lake in July 2017.
That a
The
man?
dancer says she underwent a massive transformation and dropped a bombshell on the NHL player, 36. I told him, "You know I'm not straight, right?" She says. I was like, "I'm not, but I choose to be with you." Committed partners. Julianne's straightforwardness is one reason the NHL pro fell for her. She's an exceptional communicator, the How Men Think podcast host tells us, adding that she helps him understand true connection, intimacy, love, and how they all combine to make the connection between a husband and a wife. And the feeling is mutual. Huff was able to be honest because of the safety she feels with her husband. There's, quote, no fear of voicing things that I've been afraid to admit or that I've had shame or guilt about because of what I've been told or how I was raised, end quote. That's the end of the fucking article.
Okay.
So here's the thing, dude. What the fuck is going on
here? I don't know, dude. That sounds that. See, that's so. I don't know. To me, that is a it's like poisoning the mind of like mindless people. Like people read that magazine, and now people are gonna think that and be like, oh, okay. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's throwing a big monkey wrench in the sanctity of what have. I mean, from what I understand, what a marriage is, right?
Don't marriage is a man and a woman, and it's Jesus, and it happens in a church.
Well, not even so much that, but it's kind of like a union between like two individuals, right? But she's saying like, so what? They're just like roommates now.
So that's these are scenarios that I want to kind of.
I'm not married, but if I have a wife, I'm gonna try to slide in.
Right. Do you have? So here's the deal. I want you to look this chick up on the internet here.
All right.
I want you to see what she looks like.
All right.
All right. Julian Huff, Hough. All right. So let's see a couple. Just look at a couple pictures of her.
Is she hot? Let's find out. All right. Yeah. Is she hot or not? PG, hot or not?
PG, hot or
not? All right. She is. Calculating. She's hot. She's hot.
Yeah. Okay.
She's actually really cute. I like these this little blonde chick. She's like kind of skinny, petite. She's kind of tight body. She looks fit. She got nice. She got nice little curvatures. I like her.
All right,
but she's not straight, right?
So she's a lesbian, right? Okay. Now there's a couple different ways to think about this.
Is she bi though? Is she bisexual?
Well, I don't know, but here's what we did. Here's what I wondered, right?
You wonder if the dude has the green light to go around fucking other chicks. Is that what you're asking?
Well, yeah. Well, she's fucking other chicks, right? So I don't dispute that she's fucking other chicks. So there's two different things about this for me. One, if it's somewhat like, I would let it play itself out, right? I barely married this chick. There's probably something weird. I've probably known something that's weird about her.
She's hot.
But she's like, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, okay. Cool. Okay. How's that going to work? Because here's the thing. She's a hot dancer chick, and I may be fucking predisposed to this, but I had a guy in my fraternity when I was in college who was like, two of them were dating dancers. So they would always have their fucking dancer friends over. And it was fucking crazy. Like, they knew how to party, right? So is that what this guy's life is like? Or is it just like Janine Garofalo's hanging out over there with like a fucking attitude and an agenda, right? And it's like an Antifa rally inside his kitchen. when he's trying to
that's
like
pretty funny.
go get some Diet Dr Pepper at night,
Um,
right? Like, which of these things is happening in his life,
well, let me
or
just
something in
let me just
between?
deconstruct this. Now, I'm not poor. Like I don't have food stamps, and like I don't have like a Medicaid card, but I
She
still
makes
have
a
to.
lot of money.
Well, that's my point. Is like for me, so the rules are different in different like classes, right? So these people
Yeah,
obviously are in the upper echelon. They are now like influencers, but not just Instagram dickheads. Like they're influencing on NBC, on CBS, and they got like the Today Show, like the fucking Men's Health, all this bullshit, right? So I've kind of thought this for a long time that everything that you've said at the end of the day means nothing because your definition of a marriage and my definition and understanding of a marriage are completely different to what these guys' definition of a marriage is. I think for these guys, marriages are just business opportunities. Like when you look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, I look at Jay-Z, he doesn't to me, I mean I don't want to talk bad about
Jay Z's
Jay-Z.
getting after some pussy that ain't Beyonce's, right?
Exactly. And Beyonce, I mean,
Like
she's doing the same
100%.
thing too. Beyonce wants to get on some fucking young 28-year-old dick. She doesn't want Jay-Z's does it or does it
Ragged
not.
balls
Just
with
I mean,
her
you've seen
drooping on
his
her fucking
lips.
head.
You've seen look, do me a favor. Google Jay-Z's lips right now.
I'm not doing that. Not
Google
fucking.
it.
I know what Jay Z looks like.
Nah,
Okay,
but
I know what he fucking looks
a
like.
zoomed in like picture of his lips. You know what I mean? So like my point is this. My point is like these are just business opportunities. Like Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. Those are celebrities, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't
That's why
think
those two dudes got married. Excuse me. I've
that
seen so much. There's so much of that out there.
it's true.
Woo, MAGA man, fucking Trump rules.
No,
She's
but
a
the point
dude.
is this: is the point is like she assume let's just assume here that for our sake she's a woman and he's a man and they're both quote unquote in love. But Michelle Obama is in Tanzania in like a super like expensive resort with like pool boys prancing around, and she just watched The Bachelorette and shit. You know what I mean? And Barack's in Hawaii like checking out also pool boys because he's gay or whatever. And so like you have these things where I think that marriages when they get to that level they're just like photo ops and business opportunities. Like you think Trump and Melania like fuck? Dude, give me a fucking break, dude. Trump and Melania are not fucking. She's off banging like some kind of secret service guy. Trump is off doing Trump things. You know what I mean?
Do Trump stuff.
He's hanging out with Jeffrey
Hanging out with
Epstein next
J.E.
week.
With
He's
J.E.
hanging out with a certain Jeffrey next week.
Yeah.
My point
Sent
is
to
like
the
it doesn't
island.
matter what all this shit is. I think it's just dialogue and it's nonsense. And you need to get Mrs. Fever, get her away from Us Weekly, and get her away. Get her away. She should not be listening or getting her mind poisoned by this type of shit because this is fucking nonsense. Who
I'd
like?
wait it. I'm just saying for the record, I would wait it out. I would wait
Oh,
to see where
if
it
you
went.
were Brooke or whatever, like the dude.
Yeah, if I was that guy,
Oh.
I just would wait it out. I'd be like, how is this gonna work? Right?
Well, I mean, if she's bringing in super hot chicks and she's like, "Look, I'm actually not straight, but I'm bi, and these are my two girlfriends." I've never
What
been
if it
a.
doesn't matter? It doesn't even matter if she's bi, right? As long as some of the chicks she's bringing in are
My point is, if
right.
there's
Like, wouldn't
me and
that
there's
be
three
it?
hot girls, and I'm transplanted into that situation, which will never happen. But I'm saying if it did, I'm not gonna be like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah, this is absurd.
my Stephen A. Ridiculous. The absolute mahogany. Like I would just be like, oh yeah, let's go. Let me get some
Yeah.
Papa John's. Papa
I'll
John's
be
on the
like,
way. Papa John's on
yeah, I'd
the
be
way.
like, that bitch with the purple hair, she ain't coming back. She's
Mhm.
got an agenda.
No, she can.
And
She
I can't
can.
take
She
it.
can watch. She can watch.
She can watch.
She can watch.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
She can watch. She can stay in the room,
She ain't
but
coming back.
she's well, it depends on how she looks. Like if we're talking like pixie haircut, or we're talking like.
I'm tired of hearing about how fucking Tumblr isn't what it used to be.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
if she opens her mouth and has an opinion on Tumblr at any point, she's getting thrown out. You know.
Which, by the way, talking Tumblr, did you see that Tumblr got sold? So like,
I think it got sold for a lot. It's like a 98% devaluation or some
Yeah.
crazy shit, right?
they took the porn out and they lost it all.
We
Let that be
should
a
buy
lesson.
Tumblr.
Let that be a lesson to you, everybody. Leave the porn in.
We should buy
Always.
Tumblr and then just make it a porn site. That'd be sick.
Yeah, we should just buy Tumblr right now and just bring the fucking porn back.
Yeah. Bring the
Then
heat.
just pump it up. You don't even have to get it back to where it was before. Just boom, buy it. Bring the porn back. Get it from 2 million to fucking, or get it from 20 million to 40 million. Sell it off again. God damn it. I think we just lost a bunch of money by putting that on the internet.
Totally.
Somebody's going to do that. Put the dicks back on Tumblr. Get the titties back.
Because they got rid of all the nudity, right? Is that what they did?
Yeah, they Disney-fied it. I don't know why. I
Mm.
don't know. I was the only, for mine, I never went to Tumblr, right? But there's like lesbian Antifa threads and porn. So now it's just lesbian Antifa threads. And they're all buying shit off of Etsy and not stuff from people that are advertising on Tumblr. So, yeah, website.
I read this book called All Quiet on the Western Front when I was younger, and there's this, the theme is, there's two lines. There's there's the German line and the Allied line. In that story, there's a lot of French and a lot of English, and there's in the middle, it's called no man's land, right? You just don't go there. And there's certain places that I just don't go. There's a lot of artillery, dead horses, dead bodies, sad people, rotting bodies, it's just poison. And I just don't go there. Tumblr, that's in the no man land for me. I will never go there. Never will. Never have. Never will.
There's no reason to. I can't think that up.
All right, what else are we gonna talk about? I'm fucking done talking about lesbians and Tumblr.
All right, well, let's get to it. That was a little moose boosh. Let's get to it. Jeffrey Epstein's not fucking dead.
All right,
can we just start there?
R.I.P.
R.I.P. homeless guy. That looks like fucking Jeffrey Epstein.
It's just crazy. Like, we already stopped talking about it. Like, nobody cares. Now people are talking about, dude, like, I was walking around Best Buy today, right? I'm walking around Best Buy because I needed to buy a power cable. I couldn't find a power cable, so I had to go to my trusty Walmart. But I'm walking around Best Buy, and there's people, and nobody seems to care. Nobody's, like, protesting Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody's talking about Disney and the MCU universe and how
the fucking Earth being on fire.
Yeah, they're like I can't believe
Amazon
Spider-Man. I can't believe Spider-Man isn't going to be in the next Marvel movie. I'm like,
yeah,
that's what you fucking care about, Spider-Man. That's what you care about. Peter Parker and Mary Jane. That's all you fucking care about.
Come on, lady. Like, come on. Like, let's go.
I know.
All right, let's peel us back here.
Jeffrey Epstein's still alive. Too many coincidences. Like, the guards were not looking. The cameras had been turned off. He was on suicide watch, but they weren't watching him. Somebody who looked eerily like Hillary Clinton with a mustache was in there hours before he quote unquote died. It's just, things just don't make sense anymore, man. They just don't,
Well, but here's the thing of it all, right? And here's what I gotta bring it back to. So at a certain point in time, here's what we gotta understand about Jeffrey Epstein. Like, what did he build his empire off of, right? When you really boil it down to,
probably money and real estate and shady investments and government contracts and just all kinds of crazy shit.
he built it completely off of blackmail. And when you talk about blackmail is about one thing. It's about leverage. Okay. So this is a man who he had enough leverage to get a $78 million corner apartment from the guy that owned Victoria's Secret. This is a guy who had enough leverage to fucking amass billions upon billions of dollars. This is a guy who had enough fucking power, wealth, and leverage that his own, like, fuck island, his own fuck jet, where he fucked little girls with presidents and heads of state and businessmen of undeniable wealth and power. He was their concierge to the hedonism of the modern world. And at a certain point in time, it all fucking caught up to him, right? No one plays a perfect game. But what did he not lose when he ended up in that cell? And that's fucking leverage. All that leverage that he ever had to get what he fucking wanted was still there in the world. It's still fucking out there.
Yeah,
his tape of whoever, whoever, of the Victoria's Secret guy, fucking little girls, right? He's still got that tape wherever that tape is. His tape of, I'm not going to name all these people because I don't want them to kill me, right? I don't want to end up dead in a fucking basement somewhere. But whatever leverage he had on these people, he still had it.
Yeah.
when he ended up in that cell.
Yeah.
So what's more likely, right? And all of a sudden he found himself fucking helpless. That a man who'd schemed his entire goddamn life didn't have a plan for this. Like he's running, like he never thought about this. He never thought, man, if I ever get fucking in a tough spot, this is what I'm gonna do,
Yeah.
right? He thought through this a million fucking times.
Totally.
And this bullshit about number one, no one buys him killing himself, but that's not the real fucking thing. It's like, let's make this suicide so bullshit that people focus on the conspiracy of who killed him instead of the conspiracy he's not actually fucking dead.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like he's not dead.
Agreed.
Like it's so simple. It's so stupid, but here we are, right? You know, fucking Spider-Man's not in the MCU. He in the MCU anymore.
Yeah. Did you hear that new Drake song?
Did you hear it? It's lit. It's lit, fam.
It's sick.
Yeah, fam,
it's like
fucking,
super lit.
Oh, whoa.
Super lit.
It's almost like Trump time to release the new Drake song to cover this up.
Oh my
right?
god! Speaking of, do you see the new Minecraft update? It's super sick.
Oh my god!
See, but you're
now,
right. I mean, you're right though. Going back to what you're saying, it's like the leverage is still there, and I just think there are businesses that exist in this world that they just consumers aren't actively using them, so we don't know they exist. But like, if I'm a super mega rich henchman kind of guy, like kind of one of those like James Bond, like man with a golden gun kind of shit, like there's a business out there that says, hey, if I ever go to jail, can you just get like my homeless carbon copy dude and just put his body in there? And then, and like you said, that leverage is still there. So there's special interest in making sure that this Epstein guy gets out. You know what I mean? Like gets out from his situation. You know, because as long as he's alive.
If I'm Epstein and I'm in jail, I'm sitting there and I got my lawyer. Obviously, you got your lawyers.
Dude, he's probably sitting there like, I'm good. He's like, I'm fucking good, dude. Like, I'm good. In 2 days,
your lawyers are inherently complicit in everything that you're doing.
In 2 days, I'm gonna listen, or Mr. Schwartzberg, Juris Doctor. I am going to give you a call in 2 days, and then I'm going to schedule a flight, and then we're gonna take that flight together. We're gonna meet in Belize. I'm gonna have a face tattoo, and I'm gonna have different colored hair. But we're gonna fuck some boys, all right? All right, Schwartzberg. I'll see you in a couple days. See ya.
Because I mean, here's all he's doing. He's in jail. His lawyers come in. His lawyers they've been blackmailed. He's been using his lawyers to blackmail people for years, right? Like that's how you blackmail people, right? Is you have a lawyer who's complicit, so you can set these conversations up. Now, I tell my lawyer, I'm like, all right, we plan for this. Let him know. And then it's just like, hey, whoever, yeah, Jeff's in jail, man. You better fucking help him out or all these tapes are coming out. I know we said we were good when you gave him the mansion. I'm just kidding, dude. No, but seriously, we got extra copies. Of course, we lied to you, and you better get him out of jail, right? I mean, that's the bottom line.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's
there's no other way. There's nothing else that makes sense.
He's fine, dude. He's fucking fine. And on top of that, it's like we're gonna forget about it anyways because, Trump he shorted the market and the market's going down and then fucking this and dude, it's the news of the week. I mean, remember that dude from Saudi Arabia who got like cut up in a zillion pieces and put like in a Ziploc bag and then disappeared, and everybody was super bummed about it, but nothing happened. And then,
but then there's a new quadruple stuff Oreo, so nothing else matters, man. Did you see they're bringing back crystal clear Coke?
Definitely not just quadruple stuff. It's also got like the mint in it, So
it's orange for Halloween.
Oh, so yeah, you didn't see that? That was orange. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's super dope. I didn't even realize what we're talking about. See, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
I think we were talking about
Jeffrey Epstein.
No, we were talking about the new Bruno Mars movie, right? That's what we were talking about. Bruno
sick.
Mars.
It's gonna be sick. But anyhow, to relate Skippy. So I remember Skippy from the princess's fake baby that wasn't fake. A lot of things have gone.
To the listeners,
quiet.
Skippy is the conspiracy theory guy that was talking about how Prince Harry.
Lady. She's like a Canadian lady.
Oh, well, whatever it is.
Saying that Meghan Markle was having a fake baby.
So the Queen Elizabeth's Queen Elizabeth's grandson had a wife, and this new lady had a kid. And so the theory was that this new lady's kid wasn't really real because the lady was wearing like a My Pillow under her
Yeah.
dress for 9 months. So that's the conspiracy. And so
Yeah.
that's what and Skippy was essentially
She was
like,
the head conspirator.
yeah.
She was the head conspirator. But there's another angle to this. So the actual son of the queen, his name is Prince Andrew. He's an old guy. I mean, he's
That's
the
the
son of the
pedophile, isn't
queen.
it? Isn't that the guy that we
Yeah, that's
see?
what I'm saying. So he was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein. And the palace has come out with a bunch of shit where they're like, oh my God, like, of course Andrew knew Jeffrey, but like, we had no idea he was into diddling chicks. And there's all these pictures of fucking this guy with chicks. So the queen is coming out and putting her reputation on the line for defending this guy. And it reminds me a lot of another pedophile defender here that we had stateside. That's when Mr. Joe Paterno,
Oh yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Because she defends her family at what cost, right? Like, here's what I'll say: as soon as you know that somebody is out there diddling, and you don't do anything about it, you're responsible for every diddle after that. Those are facts. Like that's facts.
Okay,
So
so all you're telling me all this guy had to do is keep his fucking mouth shut, and it would have been fine, right?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. I mean, but people know he's a pedophile now,
Well, yeah, but
right?
did he come out? Didn't he come out and say something like a couple days later? And he's like, "Yeah, me and Jeffrey were boys."
Yeah, he's like, yeah. Well, it's because there's all these pictures of him on his jet and of them partying with young chicks. Like, it's tough. Like, it's tough to say you didn't know him when there's all this evidence that you did.
What a dumbass!
Right.
What a
So
dumbass.
they have to be like, yeah, we knew him for sure, but like, we didn't know those were his chicks that he
Yeah,
was getting at.
we thought it
And,
was a charity organization. Little did we know he was, molesting these children.
well,
So
that's what it is. I mean, and that is unfortunately like the number one thing to do if you're a victimizer is to fucking
sponsor.
set up a charity for victims, right?
Oh yeah, and then take
If you're
advantage of
like,
them. Yeah, that's what they say.
yeah, so you set up a charity for needy kids, and you're like, all right, good. Like, I know I got kids in here that don't have fucking parents, so I can molest them, and no one will do anything about it,
Wasn't
right?
there like a football coach that used to do that?
Yeah, his name was Jerry Sandusky, and he was at Penn State, and that's exactly what he did. That was his
And
MO.
did that guy hang himself in a jail cell yet, or is he still in jail?
I don't know.
Because that's called having
I
no
thought he
leverage, people.
died.
No, Paterno died.
No,
Sandusky is
yeah,
probably
Paterno
still in
died
there. But he doesn't have
mercifully.
any leverage. He doesn't have videos of the Victoria's
Yeah.
Secret dude.
Well, he is the diddler, right? And he's kind of diddling solo. He's like a solo diddler, like priest style. He was doing it Catholic priest style, just like getting after it on his own, right?
What a
Um,
fucking pussy bitch, man. I don't want to talk about diddlers anymore. I don't want to talk
yeah.
about these diddlers, man. I mean,
All right.
no,
That's enough
I'm
diddler
done talking
talk.
about pedophilia.
You're
Okay,
done.
I'm
You're
done.
done. We're all done. Let's go ahead. And what else did you have? You had a couple other things.
Um, I don't even remember. I was just talking out loud. I don't even remember.
All
I don't
right.
even know.
That's good.
Hold
That's
on.
good. That's good
Well,
stuff. So I got to
I brought him up to you. I was thinking that you were taking notes. Because you
I was
talked about all
definitely
this.
not taking
You
notes.
talked about the sports shit. Oh, we're talking about how Disney is distracting us with new Star Wars movies.
Oh, it's
The
true.
people are not asking for Star Wars movies,
Yeah,
but
there's like two new Star Wars movies coming out.
I don't want to watch
For
either of
the
them.
Yeah, the mandolin or the cello
Yeah,
or
there's the
whatever it's called,
mandolin, the mandolin, and then there's a
the
new
accordion.
Obi-Wan movie, and then there's the new like third installment of like the new
Oh
series.
yeah,
But the
of the
problem,
canon.
yeah, the problem with that is that they already revealed the ending of the movie in like the teaser trailer that they released or the teaser poster.
Oh,
So
did they?
I'm gonna spoil it right now. So all the fucking listeners that are listening to this fucking podcast right
Good.
now. I'm
Spoil
about to
it.
I'm about to spoil
Spoil
it.
it.
I'm about to fucking
Get
spoil
them.
it. All right. So Emperor Palpatine. All right. You know who that is, right? Emperor
Yeah.
Palpatine. So they kind of, I'll give you a breakdown of the first two movies. They were terrible. All right, that's all you need to know. But there was no like Sith villain, and then people were like, "This movie's so all over the place that they just killed off like the evil bad guy in the second movie." So like why, like, who's the new villain? You know what I mean? Who's the new mastermind to
Yeah.
this
Who's
whole
Darth
villain?
Vader?
Who's Darth Vader? And lo and behold, behind the curtain, people were saying it's going to be Palpatine, and people were like, no, that's too absurd because there's no character buildup. The first movie didn't have Palpatine. The second movie didn't have Palpatine. It would be absurd, almost comedic, to insert
Yeah.
Palpatine in the third movie, like a getcha, one of those things. And lo and behold, poster comes out. It's called The Rise of Skywalker or The Fall of Skywalker or the whatever of Skywalker. And
Last
lo and
Skywalker? Is it
behold,
Last Skywalker?
who it doesn't matter because we're not watching it. In the very
Okay.
background, you see a silhouette of that fucking shark tooth old grandpa molesting motherfucker. Palpatine's on the poster. He's on the fucking poster, dude. That's like the lamest fucking thing ever. It's so fucking whack, dude. So pretty much Star Wars is dead. Star Wars died a long time ago. Star Wars confirmed dead. Unlike just Sir Jeffrey Epstein, Disney is
Yeah.
is brilliant. They took Star Wars, they chewed it up, they spit it out. Now you just have chewed up Star Wars residue on your plate, and that's what you guys have to eat. So fuck Star Wars. I'm done with Star Wars. Boo. What else?
Boom.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I don't
That's
know.
what
I
I
don't
learned about
even
Star
know
Wars.
what this with the mandolin, the cello's about. So it's like,
Well, I saw the
what is
trailer.
that?
I saw the trailer. You want me to give it a breakdown?
Yeah, give me the breakdown, man.
Well, I saw the trailer, and it's about a minute long. I clicked play. There's an intro. There's some music. I see like Boba Fett's Matt. You know Boba Fett, right?
Yeah,
All right, so
I know
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. So
Is that
Boba
what it
Fett.
is? It's Boba Fett.
It's a Boba Fett movie, and then at about actually, you know what? We should just watch it together because at about the 10-second mark, I stopped watching the trailer because it was that terrible. Let's just put it on real time. We'll do Mandalorian.
All right.
Mandalorian.
What is it? What is it? Mandalorian.
Mandalorian trailer. All right, it's a minute 36. I'm watching the one that's got 11 million views. Okay.
The official YouTube trailer. Yeah,
The
that's
official
what I got too.
YouTube trailer. It's Disney Plus streaming November 2nd. Okay.
All right.
Ready?
I'm on the 1 second mark.
I'm on the 1 second mark. 3,
All right.
2. Well, hold on a second. Hold on. You shut that damn dog up.
I can't. They're
All right.
upstairs.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Press spacebar.
All right. Okay. So we're looking at some
It's a
what are
mask.
those stormtrooper hats.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they
they
got
put 'em on
spears through them.
pikes.
They got spears through them.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm. We got the Lucasfilm thing.
Yeah, limited edition. What is that? A
It's
banshee?
a ship. It's like a ship.
It's like a banshee. I'm a hell of a banshee pilot. If you didn't catch my fucking Twitch stream the other day.
Oh, we gotta talk about that
Hella
too.
good.
We gotta talk about that's way more interesting than this shit. All right, so
Yeah.
now they're trading
Warthog
drugs.
driving.
They're trading
Whoa.
drugs and Pepto Bismol.
Billy D. That was Billy D. Williams, dude.
It doesn't matter.
He's back.
I don't care. I don't care. And we
What
got
is this?
Boba-
Oh, this is Mandalorian. This is stupid. The fuck is this?
Some chicks got purple cubes.
Those chicks with like the elephant horns on their head. They're mostly hot, but then they get those elephant horn things. I don't know if we could ever get over that.
Oh, there's Gus from
Oh, it's
Breaking
Gus
Bad.
Fring, dude.
It's Gus Fring.
Gus
yeah.
Fring's in this thing.
Looks terrible.
Oh, November 12th? Gross. I don't think so.
You got the quirky robot
Wow.
with the Mexican standoff.
I mean, I haven't even seen Boba Fett's face. What is making the... This is not making me want to learn more about Boba Fett.
Somebody's
Who is
frozen.
Boba Fett? Take the damn fucking helmet off, bro. The mandolin.
Looks terrible, doesn't it? Doesn't look fucking
That was
terrible.
fucking stupid.
So
worst.
it's just stupid. It's like the classic, like it's the new movie trailer, like a silhouette, some crazy shit. The chick's got purple hair, some more crazy shit. The only thing that I will say positive about this is that they didn't give away the whole movie in the first trailer. You know what I mean? So trailers have a tendency to do that nowadays. So that's good. But I have no interest in watching this movie. You know, I have no interest in watching this movie.
There are a few that do. If you're, I don't know. I mean, what I would say is it would be fucking sweet to be. Who's Samwise Gamgee? Who's what?
The actor?
Yeah, the actor. Like the only place I ever see Samwise Gamgee is the people taking pictures of him as a fucking Comic-Con. Like those people make like tons of money showing up at Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
It's like you can make like 50 grand a weekend as Samwise Gamgee. Like 50 grand a day just showing up and letting nerds take pictures with you.
Yeah, just like
It's
high-fiving
insane.
people. Yeah.
I just like that's all I want to do. I want to get like
What does it have
a
to do with the
bit.
mandolin? I don't
I want to
understand.
get like a fucking cult part in a shitty movie like that, so I can make a
Oh,
living,
I see.
fucking dredging myself from Comic Con to Comic Con. Uh,
So,
it'd be
so do you want to watch The Mandalorian or no?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
That looks stupid. I
Okay.
would not go. I would not go to that. I'll watch the last one though. The
Well,
one
well,
with
I
the
have to watch the last one, but I'm
Palpatine.
not.
Yeah,
This is
dude.
what I do. This is what I do. Okay, for all the listeners, I I will buy a ticket to like a romantic comedy, but I'll walk into Star Wars. You know what I mean?
Oh, what do you? No, I do not know what you mean. It doesn't make
So
any
like, let's
sense.
say you've got mail. The sequel is next door, and I got that one, and then Star Wars like the new third one. You know, and so I
Yeah.
go in, I buy a ticket for You've Got Mail 2 Redemption starring
Yeah.
CGI Meg Ryan. And so
It's a direct message on Twitter. Holy shit.
it's a pretty sick movie.
It's the same fucking
It's
movie, but they're
pretty
just sending
sick. It's pretty sick, I will
they're
say. But
sending DMs back and forth on Twitter. It's
what I
sick.
do is I'll take that movie, I'll buy a ticket to that and give money to that. And then what I'll do is I'm such a petty little bitch. I'll make sure the money isn't going to Disney. I'll make sure the company or the production isn't owned by Disney on some level. I'll buy a ticket to that. And then I'll walk in and see the Star Wars movie because I want to make sure no money goes to Disney because fuck Disney.
That's very strange and petty. I like it.
have you?
So,
How long have you known me?
so
Come on,
yeah,
dog. Come on.
yeah.
Come on, dog.
I like it. I do. Speaking of movies that sucked, Aquaman was fucking terrible. I saw that. There's
I'm
two
glad I've
hours and
never had to see that. I'm glad. It sounds like you and puppies are in kind of like a world where that's almost something that you have to kind of watch. Like, oh, it's the new movie, you gotta watch it. You know.
I don't know. I started and I watched it over the course of I think 2 days and I couldn't stop. It's just fucking.
It's bad. It looks
There's
bad.
just so many things that they did wrong. It's like, all right, it's just one of those movies that you watch and you're like, all right,
Who
can
greenlit
I
this
get?
fucking thing?
Well, I mean, it's just like, guys, can we get like 2 hours here and just rethink this fucking thing and tighten it up and have it not be fucking stupid? Because
I
2 hours
saw
and 15 minutes, well, you're always having at least a half an hour worth of bullshit you can cut out of there.
I
It's
saw the
just not
villain. Isn't the
necessary.
villain like a guy with like a big black head? Like he's got like a big old head.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's one of the sub villains, so that's the B villain, and like the not like B is in honeybee, but B is in A B C D. That's like the B villain, and because he looks like a fucking bee, right, minus the wings, and it's just some random dude who Aquaman doesn't kill him. So that guy, his plot point is the uh, the king of whatever it is, Atlanta, which I think they call it Atlanta and not Atlantis, which is strange.
So
But
the
the
movie
king of
takes
the
place
under,
in Georgia, is what you're telling me?
yeah, it's men. They don't get along with Aquaman. He's from Macon. He's a Bulldogs fan. They're Yellow
Spent a
Jacket
lot of time
fans.
in Sarasota. What is it? Not Sarasota. What's that stupid town everybody goes to? Savannah. A lot of time in
Savannah.
Savannah, Georgia. My grandmam and my grandpappy.
Yeah, so their king wants to start a war and fucking crush all the surface people, which is you and me. The bad news is he's got all these legitimate reasons for doing it. How we're dumping all the trash in the oceans, fucking boiling them up, boiling the seas. And at a certain point, you're like, okay, kind
So it's
of.
nonfiction. It's
Yeah,
nonfiction.
it's like I'm actually kind of on board with the villain's plan here. He raises a
Yeah.
lot of good points.
Why are we rooting
Um,
against the villain? Okay.
yeah, we do kind of deserve all of this. So Aquaman's kind of the bad guy here for at least everything in the oceans because he wins this battle and we're about to fucking win the war when it comes to killing each and everything in that little
Yeah.
piece of the earth. But anyhow,
That's so funny.
like, so that's the villain. I
That's
want to
some
see what he wants
brainwashing
to
right
do.
there. That's some 101 brainwashing.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit right there.
They're trying to convince me that cleaning up the oceans is bad.
Yeah.
So it's funny. At one point, what they do is they wash up all our warships and all our trash onto the sea. So all these coastal towns are just covered in fucking mountains of trash. And I'm like, oh, that's actually just kind of what is naturally happening. Like we
That
don't
that
need
that looks
villains to
like
do
that
that.
looks like modern day Bombay, India. You know, that looks like
Yeah, it's
fucking
like
India.
Rio down there, man. Like, fuck.
Is that Sao
maybe,
Paulo? That's Sao Paulo right there. That looks like Sao
yeah.
Paulo.
I can't see it because of the smog from the fucking Earth being on fire. Um, God
God,
damn
remember
it.
monkeys? Oh yeah, monkeys were cool until we ate them
Yeah,
all.
they're
That's pretty
cool. So we
sick.
burned down their entire habitat. So we grow cows there. And have fucking fat
We
ass
have
big
cows
mouth
though. Oh
burgers.
yeah, cows are cool. Cows are cool.
Cows
Yeah.
are cool. They just fart and fucking boil us. And then we boil them. It's a circle of life. Fucking,
The
can we grill them all before they boil
circle
us? We'll
of
see, man. We'll fucking
life.
losing control.
Has a way beyond the good to keep it away.
Hey, hey,
I'm waiting for
yo,
for Redux, the 2050. Oh, speaking of, dude, did you see the Lion King movie? You see the new one?
I did not.
It's
No,
fucking garbage.
I
It's
imagine it
fucking
was.
garbage.
That's why I avoided it.
It's
It looked like
garbage.
Aquaman, but for this
No,
year.
it was fucking garbage. It was trash.
Yeah. Oh, the bad guy from fucking the original Spider-Man, Willem Dafoe, was
Classic
one of the
villain.
good guys in this movie, which always throws me off. He's not.
Willem
I like him
Dafoe
better as
cannot be a
bad guy.
good guy unless he's the gay dude from Boondock Saints, because in that movie
Yeah.
he's not Willem Dafoe. He's the gay detective, which is a
Yeah.
timeless.
Which boy, I remember we talked about that. But when he goes into that fucking house dressed as a woman, that's one of the most ridiculous goddamn scenes in movie history.
It's pretty
That
ridiculous.
anyone would ever fucking think that he was a woman walking in there.
Yeah, if I'm them, like, that's a dude.
It's like, did you let fucking Willem Dafoe, dude?
That's a dude. That guy's chin
you're a
is
dude.
super chiseled, and his
Yeah.
knuckles are hairy.
It's like, come on.
That's
Come
a
the fuck
dude.
on.
And you can see he sees. You know what's funny though? I think you were saying Willem Dafoe's got a huge cock, right? Doesn't he have some monster dick?
I don't know. I hope he does. I hope he's
Google it, dude.
fucking
I
swinging
think
meat,
Willem
dude.
Dafoe's got a huge like dongalong, and it's like
He probably
unsettling.
Like a
Um,
like a pit bull dick, dude. Like,
No, not even.
pit
It's
bull
like
the
a
dog, but
like
pit
an
bull the fucking
elephant cock,
performer.
like a rhino cock. You know,
Nice, good for
just
Defoe.
like a rhino cock. It's running along the sides of his kneecap, like during shootings and stuff. You know, I think
Yeah,
we'll say that
can
for
we get
another pod.
wardrobe? Can we get wardrobe over here for Defoe again? Can we
damn it,
get
dude.
wardrobe?
God damn it, Defoe, you gotta tuck that shit in, man. You gotta make yourself a mangina.
Yeah, tuck that shit in before you get caught on tripwire.
Mangina that thing, dog. Mangina it. Mangina. I don't care. Mangina it. I don't care if it hurts. Mangina it.
Give him the fruit basket. Let's go. Come on.
Oh shit, that's funny. It's
Okay.
funny because it's fucked up, you know.
Yeah, so he's one of the good guys, which is terrible.
Oh,
And then
dude,
the
speaking
worst
of
part of the
bad-
movie
go ahead, sorry.
is the female actor. I think her name is Amber Heard. She went crazy and is suing Johnny Depp, but she fucking sucks. I don't know if you've ever. I didn't notice her. Apparently, she's been around for a long time. But she's fucking terrible. She ruined that movie for me. It was like, try acting. Try acting. I get it. It's got to be tough when you're in like a warehouse and there's just like a green screen behind you. Can't be the easiest thing in the world to
Yeah.
pretend that you're swimming through the ocean.
That you're 3 atmospheres deep, battling like hammerhead
Yeah.
sharks. I know it's hard.
Yeah, it can't
It's
be
hard.
easy.
Try to wrap your
Yeah.
head around it. Yeah, that's you gotta put the grouper in a headlock or whatever.
But,
But,
like-
it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a green.
I need something from you. Like, I need something from you. All right, like, give me something. Signs of life here. You're coding out on me, Amber.
I want you to
Thanks
try
for
to
fucking
imagine
job.
you're trying to drop kick that lobster. I know he's not there.
Yeah, I know, I
he's
know.
not there. I know.
That's why we're paying you the big bucks, Amber.
I know. I
Fuck.
know. I'm gonna
It's
give
called
you
acting.
1, 2, 3, and on 3, just pretend he's got claws and they're waving around. All right, just
Yeah.
pretend he's trying to
Grab his claws. Grab his claws. Got to wrestle him.
Get
Wrestle him. Grab his claws. Grab his claws.
All
Yeah,
right,
there you
good.
go.
That was a good one.
There you
That was a
go.
good one.
Punch
That was a good
him.
one.
Punch the lobster. Punch him.
That was a good one. That was a
It's
good
good
one.
take.
It's a good one.
Good take. Oh,
All right.
shit. We didn't have the gate set on that one.
All right,
we're going to
redo,
have to do
redo.
that again, Amber.
Redo.
We get a lighting check here? lighting
Line
check.
check. Can we get a break, please? Can we get a break? Can we
Yeah,
cut?
actually, let's take a hard 5,
Let's take
everybody.
5.
Let's take a hard 5. Hard 5.
What's her name? Amber? What's her name? Amber?
Amber.
Amber, come here for a second. Amber, come here for a second.
Come here.
Come
Come here. Come over by the baby carrots real
Amber,
quick.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't know what the fuck green lit you, but I'm just fucking letting you know. You need to goddamn fight that stingray. Okay, that stingray.
Amber.
I want you to imagine that stingray has your child, and it's got your child as a hostage. Okay, so you got to kill the stingray. You know, with your bare hands. Okay, you understand,
Yeah.
Amber?
Amber.
Amber.
I need you to do something for me here. All right. So the
We're
other day,
gonna.
right, I was sitting out on my porch, right, and I saw this. I can't know. I'm not an ornithologist, not into bird watching, but
Is a bird?
I
Is
saw
that a
this
bird
bird.
specialist? What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. It wasn't. I think that's a bird specialist.
I don't know.
Or I made that word up. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I was sitting out there and I was looking at this bird, uh, and it was just smashing its head against this tree repeatedly.
Is it a
I thought
woodpecker?
to myself, I don't know what kind of bird it was, but
It sounds like a woodpecker, dude. It sounds like a
yeah,
woodpecker. It's not
yeah.
smashing its face against a tree. It's just using its
Well,
beak to drill into the tree to eat bugs.
that's the thing though. It wasn't a woodpecker, right?
Well, you're not
What I think it
you're not an
was,
ornithologist, you know.
Amber. Stay with me here, Amber. What I think it was, I think it was a director bird because I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna smash my fucking head against the wall until I lose consciousness. Okay? Because you're so goddamn stupid. I'd rather die than have to look at you. So if I hit my head enough, maybe my eyes will start bleeding, and I won't have to watch this anymore because I can't take it. All right, Amber, we got 3 minutes left, a hard three. I want to see you back on the set. All right,
Amber,
bring it for me.
I have a son.
Bring
Amber,
it. I
Amber,
need you
come
to
here
bring
for a
it.
second.
Oh,
Oh no?
no.
Okay, well then get your fucking ass out there and goddamn judo chop that lobster. You understand? You got to judo chop him right in his neck. I know he doesn't have a neck. I know he's a crustacean. I understand that. I get it.
They're arthropods, I think. All right, so we got these people in. Let's close here. We got these people in fucking Hong Kong. They're going crazy.
Rest in
Have
peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Have you been following that?
I've been
Everything that's going
following
on
it
over there?
actively
Have you seen
on
this? Have you heard
my.
about this?
Yeah, I've been following it pretty active. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
These people know how to fucking protest. It's pretty impressive.
They're really good at protesting. I'm worried about them because
Yeah, because they're protesting China.
they're protesting China, and those guys like they don't fuck around. The only problem with China right now, The only problem with China right now
Indochino.
is that Indochina. The problem right now is that Twitter exists, right? So like China can't just come in and start bulldozing people. You know what I mean? Like they can't.
Yeah, you can't just Tiananmen Square fools.
You
got
can't
to
do
be
that
much
anymore.
more covert.
Yeah, you can't do that. So my fear, like, let's just reason this through as if we were China.
Okay, we're China.
If
we're
I'm
bad
China,
guys. In this scenario, we're bad guys. We're playing.
This is how I would do it.
Characters.
You can't piss the world off because the China has the potential. Let's be honest, China is probably one of the next big superpowers, if not the next big superpower. It's on the up and up, right? So they got all this momentum. You can't stop that momentum, okay? So you can't just nuke them. You know, you can't just run in and shoot everybody. You can't do that. It's kind of like a war of attrition here. Let's say there's 26,000 protesters. You're gonna maybe you grab one in the middle of the night. Now there's 25,999. You know, then
protesters on the street, 25,099 protesters on the street.
Yep.
Take one down, snatch them on up.
25,986 protesters in the street. Exactly.
Pop one on the head, snatch them on up. Protesters in the street.
Bulldoze them up and 24,000 protesters in the street. Take one down and pass it around. Triad and Yakuza team up for a fight. You know, so I think down the road, it's kind of a war of attrition. I think China may not get what they want, but I don't think they can just go in and just start running people over. I don't think they can do that anymore in this day and age. I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't think that it's not going to end well for the protesters. I don't think it's going to end well.
I don't think so. What's interesting is the Hong Kong traders that are within the mix. So you've got some people.
Traders? What do you mean?
Yeah. So here's a bit of the history of Hong Kong, right? So Hong Kong used to be a British colony or property or something of that nature. Back in 1997, I believe, it was turned back over to Chinese control with the caveat that there would be autonomy, I believe, for the next 50 years. I don't know. I'm piecing this together. I'm either piecing this together from random articles or making it up. I'm not sourcing anything at the moment. But anyhow, the people in Hong Kong are all pissed off because there's this bill that's going around which basically makes it so that they can be extradited to China for like criminal stuff.
Yeah.
So before, it's like if you committed a crime in Hong Kong, everything in Hong Kong was independent. You had Hong Kong,
Yeah.
juries, prisons, this and that.
It's like a takeover. It's like a
Now they can fucking take your ass out to Beijing. To never be seen again.
yeah.
For
They
any
send you to a
reason.
re-education camp where it's like, what the fuck happened to Ping? Well, Ping was there.
Yeah.
He was in Shanghai, but they moved him to fucking Bangla Shanghai, and so now he's in
Yeah.
Bangla Shanghai. All right, let's
Shanghai.
let's drive the family to Bangla Shanghai and let's get Ping. Oh, Ping's not here anymore. Where is he? He's in the Qing province. All right, let's go to you go there. What happened?
He's in Shanghai.
Yeah.
He's in Shanghai.
He's in New Shanghai. Oh, he said he was in Chongping and I was in New Shanghai. So you get lost in the system and you die. And Puppy said a long time ago, this is probably the funniest thing Puppy's ever said in his life. He said, if you say I'm 1 in a million, if you're giving me a compliment, let's say like it's a love letter, you say you're 1 in a million, but I live in China. That's offensive because there's millions of those people over here. That's a good one from Puppy.
Like, yeah,
Shout
you're
out
saying
to you.
there's 1,000 of me in this country.
Yeah, you're saying there's actually a lot of me, which isn't a lot, which isn't a very nice compliment. So fuck you. But yeah, so if that happens, you get extradited, you disappear. So I get it. Like they don't want that to happen. They want to stay independent. But
yeah, they're playing Beyonce. They're fucking rallying. They're knocking facial recognition towers over. I don't know if you saw that one.
I did, but what's crazy is like the news isn't covering what I want to see. Like I want to see the atrocities that the police are doing. Like when I no, but just, there was one when it first started.
Fucking tear gas canisters from like the 90th story, where if you drop a penny on somebody's head, it turns them into smithereens. And they're just dropping tear gas canisters from the roof, just bombing these people.
I saw one where it was like this like little old lady, and she seemed like it's like every Asian grandma in every movie. She's like 4'8". She's like, oh my god, like she's saying like, I have sons that are your age. How can you do this? You have families. Well, she's making a good point. You don't want to shoot. You don't. There's something about a lady you don't want to see her get punched in the face in an octagon. But let alone in the street begging for mercy, and they just light her ass up, dog. Light her ass up
with what?
With rubber bullets, and they just light her ass up. But that honestly should be on the front page because that's kind of a human atrocity right there. But you don't see that. And there's the other chick who got her eyeball shot out. Remember that one with the rubber bullet ricocheted into her eyeball, and
you definitely want. I mean, that's a lesson for protesters. Like, if I were going to a protest like that, I would have ballistic eyewear on. Like, you've got to. Like, there's fucking gonna be rubber bullets.
I'm gonna tell you something. Though. I would be a pretty good protester because
yeah, you're a squirrely little fucker. Like, you'd be in and out of places. You'd be a hell of a protester.
I'd be a hell of a protester. I'll tell you what, dude. The only thing that's going to stop me are my shoelaces, because if my shoelaces get a hold of my ankles, I go down. Recovery time is up. I fall down. My shoelaces, I fall twice, and I get fucking judo chopped with a baton.
I'd be a good protest sort of organizer.
No, you wouldn't be in the front line. You'd be in the second line chucking. You'd be throwing the smoke grenades back over my head.
I'd be John Connor. I'd be just John Connor and behind everybody else, being like, all right, and here you need to fucking. We need more smoke bombs that way.
Protest, man. I would love to. As somebody who doesn't have kids or a family, I would love to go in there. Obviously knowing that I wouldn't get absolutely murdered.
Yeah, I want my safety assured, but I'd love to protest for these people.
Definitely, I think it'd be really fun to go around and just fucking drop kicking police officers, start punching like news reporters, and throwing shit in the, just you know what I mean. It's like that Sublime song, April 86, 1992.
April 29th, 1992.
Yeah, it wasn't Riot in the Streets. It wasn't about race, man. It was just about staying on top. It was
about
187 on a motherfucking cop. Yeah.
Just going around. Me, dude. I was a white kid in the 90s. I definitely had that CD in my fucking 10-second electronic skip protection Discman for sure.
That's sick.
Like, I was definitely
pretty sick. Pretty sick.
Definitely.
Don't shake it too hard, though. Don't shake it too hard.
No, you don't want to test it. You got to let that buffer build up. It's like when you're fucking.
Totally.
It's like when your X hamster's downloading mega slow. It's like,
you just let it load. Let it load.
Let it load. Just let it load. All right. Just let it load. Find a good spot.
Just make sure it's 720 though. Don't let it load in 240 and you come back to it. You got to watch like pixelated titties.
Yeah.
Make sure it's 720.
Jesus. Yeah, don't be a fucking idiot. 720 or higher.
All right, so we both agree the Shanghai. So we are. I'm on the side of the Hong Kong protesters. I like them. Thoughts?
Okay, I'm also on the side of the protesters.
Cool.
What's funny is some of these Hong Kong business people, they're like, oh man, these protests are actually bad for our property values. So
Protesters are
they
bad.
they took out ads and they're like, hey man, if you guys could stop this, that would be mega sweet. It's fucking up our condo, prices. So
Dude, we should go protest, bro.
could you stop?
We should go protest. I know you wouldn't protest, but you definitely would.
Dude, I mean, this fucking giant white guy, like, that'd be a foot and a half taller than everybody else in that protest. I'd be catching rubber bullets in my neck.
Yeah,
goddamn giraffe,
dude. They'd be like,
fucking screwed.
Shoot the tall white guy. Got it, Roger.
It's like that guy who went out in France. And went out and just did a Jesus Christ on the cross move, and then got shot in the balls with the fucking smoke canister. I didn't see it come. That's what I'm doing just by being there.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to like hit.
A foot and a half taller
here's the deal.
Like
I've fucking been on that end where I've been carrying a gun around, right? And everybody wants to hit something, right? So you're shooting at the fucking easiest thing you can shoot at, and then you're like,
totally, bro.
Shoot at the white monster.
Yeah. Look at him. He's Sasquatch. Kill Sasquatch.
Like, fucking Orlando Bloom's gonna be sliding at me and just shooting me in the eyeballs with 2 arrows at the same time to fucking take me out.
The only way you're inconspicuous is if you wear like sandals while everybody around you wears steel-toed boots to get an extra 4 inches, and you're like flip-flops.
6'3". I'm 6'3". I'm literally a foot taller than everybody.
You're in flip-flops, right? And you're wearing like
and I look like that Bumblebee man from Aquaman with just like my regular head. Barry Bonds, fucking San Francisco Giants, 2007.
Yeah, we may have to rethink our protest plans. We may want to reschedule our trip to Shanghai to protest, or Hong Kong.
I'll be a drone pilot. How about I do that?
You mean
stay in the back
but that's on the side of the police, though.
No, I mean, protesters could have drones, too. I could scope out where the cops are at, and I'd be like, hey, throw your piss-filled bottles, more to the right. And throw your throw your dirty water bottles more to the left.
That is pretty epic. It's pretty epic. It's not the mildew, and it's not the mildew.
No, okay. Jesus, you're telling me it's the feces?
What makes you think it's the poo? Is it the poo on the walls, the poo on the floor, the poo in the bottles, the poo in the AC duct, the poo on the floor, the poop bucket? Why do you think it's the poo? Why not the mildew?
Why do you think it's the shit?
I showed that to a friend of mine the other day, and she was like, what the fuck? And then at the very end, I watched like the 3-minute one with her, and I was showing her the one at the end where she's like, just let me eat shit. Like the lady was like begging to like eat shit one last time. And my friend looked at me and was like, what the fuck? I just started cracking up. I'm like, yes, dirty water woman, enjoy. She is dirty water woman, enjoy her. She is epic.
All right, everybody. You got anything to close with?
No, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
All right, good.
Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? I do. Hold on.
Okay. There we go. Here we go. We've been working on this. Hey, what was that? Did I hear something? What was that? Was that you in the back? Okay, you want to hear the general? Okay, cool. We're gonna do the general. There you go, dude. Riff it. We'll come in the next time.
Yeah, let's go.
It was the decorated general with the heart of gold.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's lit. It's lit. It's lit.
It's lit, fam.
It's lit. New Drake song coming out next week.
New Drake song.
Don't worry.